Shalom Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. I'm Priest and Officer Yakad, and we're about to begin today's Sabbath service. Say Majum, which means to stand. See that when you have to down, which means to, as I face the east, south, which means to turn. We're going to see the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Benawa, Shemayim, Dash, Yah, Shemkai, Yahweh, Malakaka, Ba'al, Tizaka, Hayah, Isha, Ba'aratiza, Kawar, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Kawar, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakno, Kawawatno, Kasalakno, Kawawatano, Wala'a, Tabianawa, Banasarawan, Ball, Awashinawa, Yan, Rai, Kiyah, Lakaf, Malak, Mahala, Kaparat, Walami, Ma. In English, said, Our Father which art in heaven, live in thy name, Hope. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, with us in heaven. Give us a day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. As we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. You can see Hakaka and Paul, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, and now, Shah, and now, Hakaka, Laka, Kama Ka'ala, Kama War, Hakak, Laka, Hamatizariah, Hakak, Lakoyam, Matiyam, Hakak, Arakawa, Hamatala, Lagarashan, Bahashem, Yahushai, for what I'm on. In said Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, the power to keep all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. See Psalm 121 in the Hebrew, Sha'ah, Yami, Al-Hariyam, Ma'ayam, Aba'a, Azariah, Mayam, Yahweh, Aishash, Mayam, Wa'aratiza, Alethan, Mawat, Wagalka, Ali Nawam, Shumarka, Hanala, Yanawam, Wala'aya, Yashan, Salamaya, Sha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh Tizaka, Anya, Yamyanka, Yalaman Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayara, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makala, Yashama, Asmash Baka, Yahweh, Yashama, Taza Hafka, Wabawaka, Mata, Wayi, I will. In English, you said, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall not slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall smite by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth, even forevermore. You can say, bless Israel. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barachanawa, Washal, Yah, Sapari, Barak, Yapam, Gem, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Kawadama. In the image of the Lord, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless he, she, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. Say something in Trinity Hebrew. Alahayim, Aldamayalaka, Altakarash, Wadashikwa, Alkayanna, Wayapaka, Yamayawan, Rakat, Ilamaka, Yamayawasa, Wada, Wayaka, Yahaitizawa, Altizapawanka, Amara, Lakala, Yamapadam, Gawi, Walahaya, Zakasha, Nishal, Iwada, Yah, Yamaitizawa, Yakala, Walaka, Maria. Yakarasa, Ahaya, the one, Wayashima Alayam, our Hammer, on the right of the bar, by Mawan, Allah, Alashaf, and Shabi, as a whole Yam Ashiru, Nalawa, and Mama, was our wild one, and the Wat Salah, Aishalaham, Samadin, Kasaya Salah, Yamin, Banaka, Yashua, Mashamalu, Bayanda, Ara, Ayawada Man, La Adama, Shayatamo, Madaya Mawa, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazaba, the Kaltas and Manai, Kalas Yakam. Asha, Mara, Nayarasha, Nawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Shayatamba, Kagal Gala, Kakwash, Panera Ka, Taba Ira, Wakala Haba, Talaha, Alaya, Kam Taladaka, La Savaita, وبسا وقافك تبعها ملقا أن يهم فلوان ويبقواشوا شنكا يهو يباشوا ويبهالوا أي ويبحاوا ويبالوا ويدايما ويبتا شنكا يهو شنكا يهو لباك على الوان كها رافضة. In the English, the kingdom of silence will go on among thy peace, and we must still over. For lo, my enemies make it to mock, and yet I hate thee, have lifted up the head. You have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. You have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that being of Israel will be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted the God of their own consent, they have confederate against thee, tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and have their wings, Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, and the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre, Assyria also joined with them, they have opened the train of Salah. Do unto them as unto the millions, as to Syria, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kisum, which perish at Endor, the king of donkey food. They then arose like Arab, and like Z, yea, all the princes of Zaban and Zalman, who said, let's take to ourselves the house of God in possession. Oh my God, move them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire going into wood, as a flame set the mountain on fire, so persecute them with a tempest, and lead them after with a storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may see them in the world. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all things. I will be stern. Today we're going to continue the reading in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31 and verse 11. In the Hebrew, ويشمايوا الياو يشبايا يابياش غلا ايدا اف شا ايشوا فلاشاثيم لاشاوا. Verse 12. ويقوا موام كا ياش كيا ويلاكوا كا Alayala Wayakwa Hanwa Ath Gawathaya Salake Gawayath Shawa Al Waatha Gawayath Banyawa Mahawamas Bayath Shan Wayabaawa Yabash Wayashaba Rapawa Atham Sham. Verse 13. Wayakwakawa Ath Aithamathiakam Wayakwaba Waya Kwabarawa Fakata Paashal Bayabash Wayatazamawa Shaba Aitha Yam. The book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 1. Wayahaya, Wakariya, Wawath, Shawa'al, Wadawada, Shab, Mahakawath, Ath, Ma'aimalakwa, Wayashab, Dawada, Betazakwa Laga, Yam, Shanayam. Verse 2. Wayahaya, Wayawam, Ashalayahwa, Wahayan, Ayash, Ba'a, Man, Hamakan, Ma'aima, Sha'awal, Wabaga, the Yawa, Kora'ayim, Adam, Al, Ra'ashawa wa Yahaya Baba Awa La Dawada wa Yapal Aratiza wa Yashathawa verse 3 wa Yamar Lawa Dawada Aya Maza'a Taba'awa wa Ya'amar Aliyawo Mamakanan Yash'ala Namala Tathaya verse 4 wa Yamar Aliyawa Dawada Maha Hayaha Hadaba Hagad Anna Laya wa Yamar Asha Nasa Ha'aima Man Hamalakam Wagam Arab Nepal Man Ha'aima Mayatawa Wagam Shawa'al wa Yahawa Nathan Banawa Mathawa. In English, the book of 1 Samuel chapter 31 and verse 10 and verse 11. And when the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead heard of that the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant men arose and went all night and took the body of Saul and the body of his sons from the wall of Bashan and came to Jabesh and burned them there. And they took their bones and buried them under a tree at Jabesh and fasted 7 days. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Amalekites, and David had abode 2 days in Ziklag, it came even to pass on the 3rd day, that behold, a man came out of the camp from Saul, with his clothes rent, and earth upon his head. And so it was, when he came to David, that he fell to the earth, and did obeisance. And David said unto him, From whence camest thou? And he said unto him, Out of the camp of Israel am I escaped. And David said unto him, How, when, the matter? I pray thee, tell me. And he answered, That the people are fled from the battle, and many of the people also are fallen and dead, and Saul and Jonathan his son are also dead. You continue the reading in the book of Samuel, 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 5. وَيَمَا دَوَدَا اللَّهَ وَأَيْنَا Hamagayad Lawa Nakorayatha Baha Agalabai Wahanna Shawa'al Nasha'aina Al Nakanai Thaya Thawa Wahanna Arakab Waba'ailia Aparashayim Hadaba Kohawa with 7 Wayapan Akaryawa Wayara Anaya Wayakwara Aliyah wa Amma Hananiah, Wayama, Laya, Maya, Ath, Wayama, Alayawo, Malakoya, Anakaya, was 9. Wayama, Alaya, Imad, Na, Ilaya, Wamath Thanaya, Kaya, Akazanaya, Hashabataza, Kaya, Lakal, Iwad, Napashaya, Ya, it was 10. Wa'amai, Wa'ai Mada, Salakia, Wa'a Imad, Aliyawa, Wa'amath Tahawa, Kaya, Yada Aithaya, Kaya La'a, Yakaya, Akariya, Na Palawa, Wa'akwaka, Hanaza, Sha Ayal, Ra'ashawa, Wa'ataza Aida, Nasha Ayal, Zara'aiwa, Wa'abaya Awa, Al, Adanaya, Anna, verse 11, Wayakaza Kwa, Tawada, Babagadawa, Wayakwa Ra'aima, Wagam, Kal, Ha'anashayam, Asha, Athawa. English. The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 5. And David said unto the young man that told him, How knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan his son be dead? And the young man that told him said, As I happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa, behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and lo, the chariots and the horsemen followed hard after him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me, and called me, and I answered him. And I answered, Here I am. And he said unto me, Who art thou? And I answered him, I am an Amalekite. And he said unto me again, Stand, I pray thee, upon me, and slay me, for anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. So I stood upon him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after that he was fallen. And I took the crown that was upon his head, and the bracelet that was on his arm, and have brought them hither unto my Lord. Then David took hold on his clothes, and rent them, and likewise all the men that were with him. So we see here once more where the battle continues, right, between the Philistines and Saul. But in this case, Saul, you understand, lost this battle, and he lost it with his life, and his son Jonathan also died. And this Amalekite is relaying the story, thinking that when he come and gave David the story, that he would be able to get a reward, you understand, by saying that he was the one who killed Saul, because them knowing the history of Saul trying to pursue David, trying to kill him. So he thinking, well, like, he will pull off fast one, and he will be in good graces in David's eyes, and David will be glad that Saul was dead. But this was not the case. And as we read, we'll get more and understand. You understand that was a grave error that Amalekite tried. You understand, because he didn't understand the love that David had for Saul. You understand, even though Saul was trying to pursue him to kill him. book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 12. ويسباد دوا ويباكوا وياتزاموا أيدا هايرام آل شوال وآل يهوانتان بنوا وآيلا أيما يهوى وآل بياث يشعال قيا نبلاوة وقراب. Verse 13. وياماد وداء الله أنا أيرا أما قدايا لوا يا مزا آث وياما بان ياش جرا ay malakoya anakiya verse 14 wayamar aliyawa dawada ayaka lawa yara ata lashalaka yalaka lashakath Mashayacha Yahweh, verse 15. Wayakura Lawada Laakad Mahala Aina Maha Nairayam Wayama Gash Pagai Pawa Wayakahawa Wayamath, verse 16. Wayama Aliyawa Dawada Damayacha Ayl Ra Ashaka Kriya Payaka Ainaya Baka La Ama Anakaya Mathaya Ath Mashayacha Yahweh, verse 17. Oyakwanana Dawada Ath Hakoyan Haza Ata Ayl Shawa'al Wa Ayla Yahawanathan Banawa, verse 18. Yaman Lamada Baniya Yahawada Kwashaf Hana'a Kata Wa Ayl Sapa Ayashara. In the English, the book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 12. And they mourned and wept and fasted until evening for Saul and for Jonathan his son and for the people of the Lord and for the house of Israel, because they were fallen by the sword. And David said unto the young man that told him, Whence art thou? And he answered, I am the son of a stranger, and Amalekite. And David said unto him, How wast thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? And David called one of the young men and said, Go near and fall upon him. And he smote him that he died. And David said unto him, Thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth has testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. Verse 17. And David lamented with his lamentations over Saul and over Jonathan his son. Verse 18. Also he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow. Behold, it is written in the book of Joshua. So we continue the reading again in the Hebrew. The book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 19. At is baya yash'ala ay bamawaf yaka kalala ayaka napalaw gabawarium verse 20. Allah Tagayadawa Bagath Allah Thabasharawa Bakarati Zatha Ashakwalawan Pan Tashamaka Banawath Palashathium Pan Ta'ay Lazan Banawath Ha'ay Relayim verse 21. Haraya Bagalaba'ai Allah Tala Wa'al Mata Al-Yakam Washaya Tharawamath Kaya Sham Naga'ayal Magan Gabawarium Magan Shawa'al Baliyah Mashayaka Bashaman verse 22. Madam Kalalium Makalab Gabawarium Washath Yahawanatan Allah Nashawag Akarawo Wakarab Shawa'al La'a Thashawab Rayakwam verse 23. Shawa'al Wayaha Waya Hawanathan Anna Habayam Wahanna Ayam Pakayaham Wabamatham La'a Naparada Ranaparadawa Manashayam Kalawa Ma'arai Ma'a Rayawath Gabarawu verse 24. Banawath Yash'ala Allah Shawa'al Bakayan Amallah Bashakam Shanya Aima Aidanayam Hama'ila Aidaya Zahab Al Labawa Shakan verse 25. Ayaka Napala Gabariyam Baswaka Amalak Yahawanatan Al Bamawathiqa Khalal. In English, the book of 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 19. The beauty of Israel is slain upon the high places. How are the mighty fallen? Tell it not in Gath, publish it not in the streets of Ashkelon, lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, lest that the daughters of the uncircumcised triumph. Ye mountains of Gilboa, let there be no dew, neither let there be rain upon you, nor fields of offering, for the shield of the mighty is vilely cast away, the shield of Saul, as though he had not been anointed with the oil. Verse 22. From the blood of the slain From the fat of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan turned not back, and the sword of Saul returned not empty. Verse 23. Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. Ye daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet, with other delights, who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. Verse 25. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle, O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high places. So continue the reading in the Hebrew. Because 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 26. Tazal ya aliyaka akhaya Yahawanatan na Aimath Leya Ma'ada na Palaatha Ahabathak Salakia Ahabathka Leya Mahabath Nashayam, verse 27. Ayaka Napalaw Gabawariyam Waya Abba Dewa Kaliya Malakama. The book of 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 1. Wayahaya Akariya Khan Wayash'ala Dawada Bayahawa La'ama Ba'ailaha Ba'akath Ayriya Yahawada Wayama Yahawa Aliyahu Ay Wayama Dawada Anna Aila Wayama Kabaran. Verse 2. Waya'il Sham Dawada Wagam Shataya Yahawa Shataya Nashayawu Akayana Aimu Hayazara Eliyath Wa Abba Yagal Ashatha Nabal Hakaramo Haka Ramalaya. Verse 3. Wa Anna Shayawa Asha Aimawa Aila Dawada Ayash Wabayathiwa Wayashabawa Ba'airia Kabarawan. Verse 4. Wayaba'awa Anashaya Yahawada Wayashamakawa Sham Ath Dawada Lamalach Al Wayath Yahawada Wayagadawa La Dawada La Amma Anashaya Yabayash Galaaya Aida Asha Kabarawa Ath Shawa'al. Verse 5. Wayashalach Dawada Mala'akayim Allah Anashiyah Yabayash Gala'aida Wayama Alahayim Barakium Ath La Yahawa Asha Aishayatham Hakasad Azahar Aima Adanayakam Aima Shawa'al Wathqaba Rawa Athwa in the English, the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 26. I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant thou hast been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. How are the mighty fallen, and the women and the weapons of war perished. The book of 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 2. And it came to pass after this, that David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up into any of the cities of Judah? And the Lord said unto him, Go up. And David said, Whither shall I go up? And he said, Unto Hebron. So David went up hither, and his 2 wives also, Ahinoam and the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, Nabal's wife, the Carmelite, and his men that were with him. David bring up every man with his household, and they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. And the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying, that the men of Jabesh Gilead were they that buried Saul. And David sent messengers unto them of Jabesh Gilead, and said unto them, Blessed be ye of the Lord, that ye have showed this kindness unto your Lord, even unto Saul, and have buried him. So we see as well, you know, where David continued to mourn, you understand, for King Saul and for his brethren, you understand, Jonathan, because as it says in scripture here, you know, the love that he had for his brother, which was, you know, real brotherhood, you understand, it surpassed the love of women. You understand, some people, you know, want to take that as if, you know, that was some kind of LGBTQ, you know, kind of thing, but that wasn't that. This was just talking about real brotherhood. They're talking about the kind of brotherhood that no woman, nothing could come before that. You understand? And it's something very similar to, you know, like men who go out on war. Even if you look at, you know, the current military structure now, men who go out in different parts of the world and they fight wars together, they have a different kind of brotherhood as compared to how they would love their wife or any other woman. They are willing to leave their wife and children to go, you understand, with their brother, to make sure that their brother is safe, to make sure that they're there fighting alongside their brother. That is the kind of love, that is the kind of passion, that is the kind of respect that they had for one another. And that was the kind of thing that Jonathan and David had, that they were real brothers. You understand? And he acknowledged that. So we're going to continue the reading. So we're going to continue the reading of 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, I.M.A.K, Kasad, Amath, Gum, Anayaka, Anakiya, Aisha, Athkam, Hathawab, Hazahak, Hazatha, Asha, Aishayakam, Hadaba, Hazahar, was 7. Aitha, Fakazakwan, Yadayakam, Wahayawa, Labanya, Kayal, Kayar, Math, Adanaikam, Adanayakam, Shawa'al, Wagam, Athiyar, Mashakawa, Bayath, Yahawada, Lamakal, Salaki Lamalak, Aliyaham, verse 8, Wa Abanara, Ban, Nera, Shara, Tazaba, Ashara, La Shawa'al, Lokwaka, Ath, Ayash, Bashath, Ban, Shawa'al, Waya Ibara, Waya Ibarayaham, Ayawa, Machanayam, verse 9, Waya Malak, Awa, Allah, Hagala Aida, Wa Allah, Ha'asha, Wariya, Wa Allah, Yazara'ayala, Wa Ayla, Aparayam, Wa Ayla, Bani Yaman, Wa Ayla, Yash'ala, Kal, Rusten, Ban, Arabayim, Shana, Ayash, Bashath, Ban, Shawa'al, Bamalakawa, Yash'ala, Washatayim, Shanayam, Malach, Ath, Bayath, Yahawada, Hayawa, Akaraya, Tawada, Wasilem, Wayahayam, Masapa, Hayamyam, Asha, Hayaa, Dawada, Malak, Bakara, Bakaba, Rawan, Bayath, Yahawada, Shaba'ai, Shanayam, Washasha, Wadashayim, verse 12. Wayataza, Abana, Ban, Na'a, Wa'ai, Badaya, Ayash, Bashath, Ban, Shawa'al, Mamanakayam, Baga'aiwan, in English, the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 2 and verse 6. And now the Lord knew kindness and truth unto you, and I also require you this kindness, because ye have done this thing. Therefore now let your hands be strengthened, and be ye valiant, for your master Saul is dead, and also the house of Judah have anointed me king over them. But Abner, the son of Ner, captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim, and made him king over Gilead, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, and over all Israel. And Ishbosheth, Saul's son, was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David. And the time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. And Abner, the son of Ner, and the servants of Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, went out from Mahanaim to Gibeon. We continue reading in the Hebrew. The book of 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 13. ويا وأبا بان تزرعيا وآي بياد دودا يتزاعوا ويبا غشاون آل بركات غبا آيوان يقادوا ويشباوا الله إلا حبراك مزا والله آل حبراكان مزا verse 14 وياما أبناء الله يا Yawaaba Yakowama Mawa Na'a Ana Irian Wayashaka Kowa Lapanya Yanawa Wayama Wayaaba Yakomawa verse 15 Wayakwamawa Waya Barawa Bamasapa Shanayam Aishura Labana Yaman Wala Ayash Bashath Ban Shawa'al Washanayam Aishura Ma'ai Bayad Dawada 16 Wayakapawa Ayash Ba'asha Ra'ai Hawa Wakarabawa Bataza Ra'ai Hawa Wayapalawa Yakadawa Wayakwa Damakwawan Hawa Kalakwath Atazarian Asha Bagaba Ainawa 17 Wathaya Amalakatham Fasha Aida Ma'ada Bayawam Hawa Wayanaga Gap Abana Wa Anashaya Yash'ala Lapanya Ibadaya Dawada verse 18 Wayahayawa Sham Shalash Banya Tazarawa Yawa Abba Wa Abba Yeshaya Wa Aish Shaha'ala Wa Aisha'ala Kwa Baragal Yawa Ka'ada Hatazaba Mayam Asha Bashada verse 19 Wayarada Aisha Allah Akhriya Abna Wala'a Nata Lilakath Ayla Hayamyan Wa Ayla Hashamawala Ma'akaria Abna English. The book of 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 13. And Joab the son of Zeruiah And the servants of David went out and met together by the pool of Gibeon. And they sat down, the one on the one side of the pool, and the other on the other side of the pool. And Abner, the son of Joab, let the young men now, he said, let the young men now arise and play before us. And Joab said, let them arise. Then they arose and went over by number 12 of Benjamin, which pertained to Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. And they caught every one his fellow by the head, and thrust his sword in his fellow's side. So they fell down together. Therefore the place was called Elath Hazerim, which is in Gibeon. And there was a very sore battle that day, and Abner was beaten, and the men of Israel before the servants of David. And there were 3 sons of Zeruiah there, Joab, Abishai, and Ashel. And Ashel was as light foot as a wild roe. And Ashael pursued after Abner, and in going he turned not to the right hand nor to the left from following Abner. So we see here now where things have changed up a bit, where David now becomes king over the tribe of Judah. You understand, his brothers, the Judites, they made him king. So we see here the beginnings where, the